Guess what? We've managed to get our hands on some Bisquick.
Yay! No, I'm not sure if this is going to revel.
Yeah.
I was excited because you know how much I like biscuits, and if Bisquick is easy to make biscuits out of, it could be a game changer.
But we're not making biscuits today. We are making
coconut pie. So a Bisquick coconut pie. Now this recipe is on the back of the box, and John Helwig in Michigan did say we need to try this. So that is what we're going to be trying our hand at today.
John is an absolute legend and good friend of the channel. He's been supporting us for many a year and actually found us through Lawrence Brown, Lost in the Pond. Okay, what's up first, apart from a coffee?
Apparently it is really easy to make. The recipe says you just pop it all into one bowl, whisk it up, chuck it in the oven.
Bob's your uncle. I think the jury's out. I'm not a massive fan of coconut.
I'm exactly the same. I can take or leave it. I don't mind things like a Bounty, but they wouldn't be my thing to buy out of choice. Do you have Bounties over there?
Bounty is a chocolate bar with coconut on the inside. It's probably the one chocolate out of a pick a mix that's kind of left at the end. Anywho, I may be persuaded, but the jury is out.
So we've got a bowl here. Everything needs to go in this one bowl, but first we need 4 eggs and we need to beat them.
Eggs.
Eggs. So we've got a separate bowl for you. I can do the eggs if you prefer.
No, I'll do them. Practice makes perfect, as my dad would say.
Fight your demons. We've also got a 9-inch pie dish and it's lightly greased, and we have got the oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. 4 eggs, no shell, don't hit it too hard.
I'm going to use this. This is how I always used to use it. Not that I've been cooking that long, but it's still just as bad. Okay, 1. We're going to get no shell. 2.
Hold your horses, young'un.
Oh, we've got a bit of shell. Why do I suck at doing eggs?
We just need to slightly beat them if you want to do that.
Is that slightly enough?
I just do a slightly bit more.
Slightly bit more. We're very professional here.
It says slightly beaten.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
In this bowl with all the ingredients, so I guess we'll just pop your eggs in. Okay, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1/4 cup of butter melted, a cup of shredded coconut, 1 3/4 cups of milk, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. The last thing to do is 1/2 cup of Bisquick.
This looks a bit like flour, really. I'm not sure what I was expecting it to look like, but 1/2 cup of Bisquick.
Oh, there we go. And then we just whisk it all together. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
So from what John has said, you basically just dump this into the pan, and as it cooks, the layers separate. I'm not sure that this is going to be right, but I'm imagining it will make its own kind of pie crust.
I've got no idea what this is going to be like, what it's going to look like. This is a first for us. In John we trust. I'd like to know from the good folks at home, is this something that's state regional, or is this something that's all over the states? Have you heard of it?
I guess this is going to be where the magic happens. I'm really intrigued to see how this works. At the moment, it looks like cottage cheese, but a bit runnier.
So like you said earlier, all those little lumps, we're guessing a coconut, yeah?
Yeah, that's the coconut. It's quite a lot of coconut compared to other ingredients in this one.
Just before this bad boy goes in the oven, I know what you're all thinking. Mr. H, Mrs. H, that's some nice merchandise you're wearing. We have some important news. We've actually changed our supplier because our old supplier were putting their prices up and up and up and up and up.
And letting us down and down and down and down.
So a link down in the descriptions. Right.
So this is going in for 45 to 50 minutes until a knife in the center comes out clean.
Taste test time.
How are you feeling about this one?
Don't know. As I said earlier, not a massive fan on coconut, so I don't know.
Jury's out on this one, isn't it?
You go first.
I knew you'd do that. You notice that if we're not sure about something, I get the pleasure of going first as like guinea pig. Okay, I can see all the coconut in this. I'm not sure if it's cooked how it's meant to be, but we did it as per the recipe. Sorry, John.
I can see John sat on this couch watching this and smiling.
It's unique.
Unique.
It's almost a little bit like a custardy, eggy type, almost. A bit like when we did the sugar cream pie, but not as thick. It's got that element of it, but just dashed with coconut. There's quite a lot of coconut.
Is it?
It's not horrible. It's just maybe it's a bit of an acquired taste with the coconut. I'm not going to say I dislike it though.
I'm going to have a go, but just before I do so, I'm just going to take this up to the camera. I've put this off for long enough. Here goes. That's not bad. Considering I'm not massive about coconut, yeah, that's okay. I thought it was going to be like really overpowering, but I know what you mean, it feels a bit eggy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a bit more like that kind of eggy texture. I don't even know how to describe it, like custardy, eggy texture. I was kind of expecting it to have made a crust on the bottom. I don't know why. I think that's just what I thought from a bit of a conversation I'd had. So that might mean that it's not turned out quite right. So let us know in the comments below if it should actually look different, because I was expecting a bit of like a Bisquick to have settled. And it to have been like a pie crust almost. But please let us know if we've done this right or wrong, or like we asked you earlier, is there a better recipe for this than the Bisquick one?
I can't say it doesn't, it tastes really nice. I'm pleasantly surprised. That's all right. That's knee bad.
Okay, marks out of 10.
I'm going to go straight in with an 8. I think it's really good.
Oh, that surprises me that you went with an 8 actually. I think I'm going to go for a 6. The reason being, I have to kind of mark it like I have done with other things. And like I think the pumpkin pie, I was like, that's okay, I could eat a slice, but I wouldn't want any more.
That's better than pumpkin pie.
It definitely is. So I gave it a higher rating than the pumpkin pie. Would it be something I'd order out of choice? Probably not. But if somebody gave it to me, I'm not going to like throw up.
I'm not going to throw up.
No.
Poor John.
No.
John's at home, his feelings have been hurt now.
John didn't make it, we made it. We might have made it wrong. No, I was just going to say, if somebody gave it to me, I would probably enjoy it, and I wouldn't just be being polite, but I wouldn't order it out of preference. There's so many other desserts that I think I'd rather have.
Well, it depends what else is on the menu, I suppose, but...
Let us know below, is coconut pie one of your go-to desserts, or do you think, like I do, it's kind of just there and you'd probably have something else? But I think one of the reasons for doing this is kind of the simplicity of just popping it all together, whisking it up, chucking it in the oven, and you've got a dessert, basically. So it's quite quick and easy. And also, like we said, if you've got any other recommendations with what we can do with the rest of the Bisquick, then please either let us know in the comments or reach out to us at www.mrhandfriends.com, and there you'll find a form where you can give us any kind of suggestions.
And all that leaves this little British family to say is...
Take care.
God bless.
And see you all in the next video.
And actually found us through Lawrence Brown. And actually found us through Lawrence Brown, Lost in the Pond.